Welcome to Drill Down Earnings. We have the latest earnings from Snowflake. This is the business story behind one stock on the move. I'm Cory Johnson, Futurum Group's chief market strategist. First quarter 2025 earnings from Snowflake. We care a lot. It's one of the most important companies managing data in the cloud. Wall Street just likes a beat or a miss, and this was a beat. But after the disaster of last quarter, I think that was just seen as good news. They didn't have a big surprise for us. But here's when we look deeper what the numbers actually did. $829 million in revenues, about 790 of that as product revenues, the most important figure. That represents 33% growth on a year-over-year basis, which you want to see from this business. Amazingly, they have losses, but their non-GAAP numbers show profits. I would normally think that that's baloney. Charlie Munger hated that kind of thing. But the result is they pay very little in taxes and have a lot of free cash flow left to reinvest in the business. Now, total customers grew fantastically in the quarter, 9,822 customers at the end of the first quarter, and adding quality customers as well. They saw 30% growth in the customers that spend over $1 million. And as a result, they're hiring. Tech companies hiring. We like that. Tech employees like that. 7,296 employees at the end of the quarter for a company that doesn't have a headquarters. Yeah, that happened. And a lot of them in R&D. And so they're continuing to improve upon their product, which has got to help. Now, one of the things that looked positive was their remaining performance obligations, or RPOs. RPOs picked up nearly 40% in the quarter, and their year-over-year change in RPOs really ticked up both of the last couple quarters, or the last 6 months, if you will. That's a positive sign because RPO growth is outpacing sales. That means that customers have committed to spending money over the long term for this business, giving them a chance to re-accelerate sales, which happened just a little bit in this quarter. So how did the market react when these numbers came out? Well, initially, stocks surged quite a bit, but settled up during the conference call up about 4%. And for the year, stocks still down 9% after that disaster, as you can see in the chart, last quarter when the company surprised us, telling us that the CEO of 5 years who took the business public, Frank Slootman, much beloved by Wall Street, was bolting. Company, the CEO taking over was Sridhar Ramaswamy. He had been there for a while as the VP of AI and their AI business. We'll get into that. But he took the Google ad business before he came to Snowflake from about 1.5 billion views to 100 billion views. So, or 1.5 billion ads, I should say, to 100 billion ads. So this guy really knows how to use AI to drive a business. He's one of the only CEOs you could ever find who's comfortable investing in AI and has a long track record of doing so. If you don't believe me, listen to him.
But I'm comfortable with the amount of investments that we are making. Part of what we gain as Snowflake is the ability to fast follow on a number of fronts, is the ability to optimize against metrics that we care about, not producing like the latest, greatest, biggest model, let's say for image generation. And so having that kind of focus lets us operate on a relatively modest budget pretty efficiently. And so the focus very much now is on how do we take all of the products that we have released into production. We have over 750 customers that are busy developing against our AI platform. This is a fast-moving space, but we are very comfortable with both the pace, the investments, and the choices that we are making to make AI effective for Snowflake.
So effective AI, who doesn't want that? These guys say they've already got it. Their customers seem to agree, but what's it all mean? Big drill down earnings takeaway right after this.
The Drill Down is brought to you by Futurum Group, where analysts, researchers, advisors, content creators, and marketing experts help business leaders anticipate and understand shifts in their industries and build strategies to leverage disruptive innovation. With deep analysis, Futurum Group's extensive industry experience delivers reliable research and data, thought leadership, and actionable advice to help you with your strategy and go-to-market efforts. Futurum Group.
So Snowflake has just reported first quarter 2025 earnings. Here's what you need to know. They had $790 million in product revenues. It's the most important thing there. About 830 million revenues altogether. It's 34% growth in product and lots of gross profits. Who cares? Their operating loss was substantial, but they still managed to generate a lot of cash flow. to invest in their business. But I promised you to bite one number that tells us a whole lot. It's not the 33% growth that is steadying for this business. It's 24%. That is their guidance for fiscal year 2025. So when revenue growth goes from 106% to 70% to 38% to 24%, that is a rapid decline in growth. It tells you everything about where Snowflake is right now. All right, thanks for listening to Drill Down Earnings. Check me out at X at Cory TV, TikTok and Instagram at Drill Down Pod, and the many splendored thing that is the YouTube page for Futurum Group. Drill Down Earnings, part of 6.5 Media.